I've got 4 concerts in the Associate Artist Series this summer at the festival, all very exciting in different ways. The first one is entitled What's Music For? And it's an unusual one, this one, because it's going to be part talking, part playing. And it's really an exploration of a question that started to really bug me just a few years ago. Like, what is music for? What is it about music that every culture in every era of human history has music, and it's a really central part of that culture? So there'll be bits of playing of music from those different experiences. I'll perform some bits live, I'll play some bits just recorded. And so hopefully it should be a talk that will give people a real overview of many really contrasting ways that people make music all around the world, and trying to find the common threads. Then the second event, I think, is Amongst Friends, where I'm going to get a bunch of friends, as the title suggests, and we're going to read through some seminal works of chamber music. There will be no rehearsal at all. We will have never played those pieces in that combination before at all. And this is really to try and capture the freshness and the sort of slight edge of the seat danger of the very first run through. The third event is a performance of The Protecting Veil with the string orchestra from the Royal Academy of Music. And The Protecting Veil, it's basically a cello concerto, but it's a very unusual cello concerto, and possibly my favourite one. I get such pleasure from playing this piece. It's for cello and strings, it's huge, it's about 3/4 of an hour long or something. We will be prefacing the piece with a bit of improvisation from all the young string players at the Royal Academy of Music. There'll be some big talents there. It'll be a fantastically high quality group, I'm anticipating. It's a very kind of staccato sound world out in the city, and coming into that church, I really want to maximise the feeling of the sound environment of where everybody's come from in order to create a huge contrast with The Protecting Veil. And my desire is that by the time we begin The Protecting Veil, everybody is in almost like an altered state, because they just will have heard something that really sort of takes them somewhere new. And then the fourth occasion is a day in hospital. It's a day at the new Royal Hospital in the East End of London. And it's a bit of an unknown feast, actually. I'm largely in the hands of the people who've been organising it there, and they're going to suggest different places for me to go during the day. My personal aim is to just bring some live music, something fresh and something alive to people who are obviously in very difficult situations in their life, coping with illness or rehabilitation. And to really just try and give that gift of live music, which I think can be very powerful in that circumstance. It's always a difficult one, programming in London, because London has it's seen it all, heard it all, done it all. And particularly myself, over the last few years in London, I've done so many different programs. So I really had to think of some fresh ideas to come up with for this festival. And they're pretty much all things I've never done before, so I'm actually really excited about them for that reason. Well, I have to mention the Gabriella Concert. I met Paul McCreesh a couple of years ago, and he's a wonderful guy. He's so lively, he's so full of ideas and full of life. But I suddenly realised a few weeks ago, I've never actually heard the Gabriella Concert play. So I got myself a CD of their recording of Solomon, and it is incredible. I can't tell you, I mean, it's gone round 100 times already. And I was absolutely amazed at the quality of the playing, but also it was that feeling of liveliness. Every single phrase, every sound was so perfectly prepared, perfectly sculpted, and then very freshly delivered. So I have no doubt that every concert that Gabriella give is going to be very exciting. I'll certainly be trying to get to some of those myself. Very hard to sum these up in a few words, but basically, with The Protecting Veil, you have, I hope, a profound spiritual musical experience. With What's Music For, you have a chance to really think about the roots of something that we come into contact with every day and what it's used for. And with the Amongst Friends event, you have the chance to come along and have a complete surprise, which will be an adrenaline-filled evening of chamber music.